Recorded Books presents What the Jaguar Told Her by Alexandra V. Méndez. Narrated by Ana Osorio. Chapter 1. Jade couldn't get used to the sounds of the night. There were loud crickets ch-ch-ching to one another, and occasional hoots from some other winged thing that sounded either scary or scared. She couldn't decide. And every once in a while, through her new bedroom window, at 2 a.m. when her parents and Caterina were sound asleep, she would hear a train whistle, like the call of another animal in the dark. She lay awake, waiting for sleep and wondering about this strange new city and the things that made the sounds. Her black cat, Mortimer, climbed up onto her bed and she reached out exhausted to stroke his back. Eventually, somehow, she fell asleep. In the morning, Jade blinked herself awake and remembered where she was. The new house, Atlanta. The yellow summer light filtering in through the blinds was what had woken her up, not the blaring radio alarm that would knock her upright during the school year. She had that to look forward to, tomorrow. For now, though, it was still Sunday and still summer. For a moment, she watched the dust particles do their slow-motion dance in the slanting light, then pulled herself up out of bed to go have breakfast. The familiar smell of warm tortillas reminded her of Abuela's house. Her mom must be making some fresh. Mortimer was already pawing at her bedroom door. He meowed when he saw that she was up. He had exceptionally fierce canines for a house cat. But Jade knew she could stick her finger in his mouth and he would only prick playfully at her skin. As soon as Jade opened her door, he dashed off toward the kitchen. It had already been 3 weeks since they moved here, but the walk to the kitchen on the other side of the house still reminded Jade how much bigger this house was than their old one. In the old house in Chicago, all the rooms had been next to one another. Here, she had to go past a whole extra bedroom, a guest bedroom, and a living room just to get to the kitchen. Her mom stood over the stove, her movements steady and sure, in her house clothes and the apron that Abuela had embroidered in bright, dancing colors. She held herself with an elegant confidence that never seemed to leave her. Even in her t-shirt and running shorts, she was marking her place here in the new kitchen, leaving no room for doubt. Her sturdy arms didn't stop moving as she made breakfast happen, slipping the spatula cleanly under an egg and flipping it to reveal its lightly golden face, which crackled happily in the skillet. Her skin was much darker than Jade's, and her deep brown eyes were alert, as always, as she glanced up at her. "Good morning," said her mom, her voice cheerful enough, but perhaps a little tired. "Did you sleep well?" "I guess so," said Jade, reaching for the bag of cat food in the corner. She still didn't really feel completely awake. Mortimer slipped past her and went to sit by his tin bowl, swishing his tail back and forth in anticipation. "It's always hard to get used to a new place," her mom said, setting 4 plates on the granite counter, and Jade wasn't quite sure whether she was saying it to her or to herself. Her mom tucked up one of her flyaway wisps absently into her ponytail. She only ever wore her hair like this in the house. On work days, she wore it down and curled slightly under in a perfect bob for the TV camera. Even when she stood on a windy street corner giving the latest news to the camera person and the people watching at home, her hair always stayed smooth and contained. Jade liked watching her mom on TV when she got the chance, and she was always a little awed by how she kept herself so put together. No matter how her mom wore her hair, though, Jade thought she was beautiful. Mortimer meowed and nosed the bag of cat food that Jade had begun to open. "Oh, right. Sorry, Morty," she said. She scooped out a generous amount and let it clatter into his bowl. The cat dove in immediately, cracking the pellets with his ferocious yet dainty teeth. Jade was hungry, too. Her mom dressed each plate on the counter with a perfect breakfast. A fresh corn tortilla topped with ham and a fried egg, the orange yolk of each one ready to burst through the surface. Huevos rancheros. Her mom transferred them to the low wall that
Sample complete. Ready to continue?